Hey y'all, it's me, Stop, Drop, and Roll On. And I'm got some maintenance going on with my equipment right this minute, so I'm gonna take this time to make a video. I've been making videos, but I haven't been able to put them up because it's just been some weirdness going on with me. Meaning just trying to, I don't want to just throw up a video for the sake of throwing up a video, or put up a video, I should say. However, at the same point in time, apparently when I was making the videos, whatever, I needed to do them because they were still, some of them, I was kind of emotional. And so, anywho, I just went ahead on and, made them and then looked at them and just like, okay, what is the takeaway, which is the big, I'm almost ready for takeaway to be taken away. I'm so tired of that statement. I got something about that too. I have like about 5 videos that I have got to talk about. And I'm going to hammer this stuff. But right now, I had to like do some thinking. And it's a young lady I'm subscribed to, and she had made this comment because, she was just kind of doing a recap of her year, and she was talking about, she had noticed some changes in her hair. And she wasn't the first person out of people that I'm subscribed to that, had been saying some things about their hair. And so she made this comment, and I was just like, okay. And I think when you're younger, you don't really think about this stuff. I'm sure that it is happening then, because I do remember specifically one episode in my younger life when I had hair fall, and it was extreme stress, and I knew exactly what it was related to. It was related to educational stuff, okay? And so I could, that right there, it wasn't a stretch to try to figure that one out. But since I have been older, I don't know if I have become accustomed to, we have a certain level of stress that goes on regardless, but I'm not really sure if I had started just kind of, this is the norm, and sweeping it up underneath the rug, and not attributing the changes in the brown cotton ball to what had been, going on in my life. So one day I was just thinking, and I was just like, okay, when she did the video, it kind of got me to thinking, and I was like, what in the world, what can I attribute this to? Because I'm talking about hair in the sink, hair on the counter, vacuuming up, could put my hands in my hair and go like this, and hair, like that. Now, the brown cotton ball is making a little comeback now. She's doing much better. But she had been having a little moment, and it's been a long moment. I was getting really, a few months ago, just extremely concerned. And I just hadn't put it all together. And so what I did was I got to thinking and just looking back on timelines. And I was forced to look at the timelines on some stuff for the simple fact that I had to go do some stuff related to work. And it forced me to look at, how when you have to go back and look at timelines and things like that. And I know this doesn't make sense without me giving away too much of my personal information, which I'm not going to do, but it forced me to look at the past and what had been happening. Well, what had been happening for like 2.5 years. And then it dawned on me what, and I've read this before. It wasn't like, the light bulb. I just thank the young lady for putting the video up so I could just kind of make these two things kind of interlock together, and I could see how my hair was responding to what had happened. It's just like, when women get pregnant and your hair is flourishing and all that kind of stuff, and then after you had a baby, how if you prone to experiencing hair loss, then you had that postpartum shedding. Well, this is what it was. It was after the fact of the stress, although my stress was prolonged and back to back. That's what was going on. And so what it did was force me to kind of look at, how you living now and what you doing now, and has any of this changed? And, number one, pay attention to it so you don't end up doing it again. That was the lesson and takeaway, as they say out there in the crazy, from the situation. So I am constantly, working on that, because it doesn't, a little bit of stress serves a purpose. It's some, an impetus and all of that type of stuff to get you to do things. But constant hardcore, whether it's self-imposed or external forces of stress, are not healthy for the human body on any level. And, we know that, but it doesn't stop us from doing things. But I had been in there doing Zumba. And I ain't been, I'm not going to even I'm not going to lie. I ain't going to say the word fib and say it's been every day, because it haven't. But right now I am trying to master this thing here. This thing here, Beto, I don't know if he had several cups of espresso and some chocolate-covered espresso beans, and then drank some coffee, and anything else that's full of caffeine, and some chocolate and cacao all together. But this video right here, this Max, this is a beast. And when I finished with because I could only do 15 minutes of it, I felt and looked like a beast. Because I was huffing and puffing it. I sounded like the wolf off the three little swine. The three little swine. I'm going to say the other word. But anywho, that's how I felt. So I'm trying to master this. And what's going on is I noticed that I could do it. But then like the next day or two, my knees would be bothering me. And one in particular, and it was my lead knee. Everybody, you got lead hand, left-handed, right-handed. And then you also have a foot that you have a tendency to lead with. And I would be like, okay, I haven't been having any knee problems, any of this type of razzle-dazzle. And why am I having it now? So I had to just kind of like, okay, only thing that has changed is I had been doing Zumba in the bedroom instead of doing Zumba in there on the wood floor. And the reason why I was doing it in the bedroom is because Pierre would be in there looking at some of that scrantonism he looks at. I, what I look like coming in there. It's time for me to do my Zumba. You got to clear it out and get out of here. Well, he live here too, And so, being the kind wife that I am, I was going to act a clown. But anyway, I took it to the bedroom is what I'm saying. But what I found out was it was the drag on the carpet. Because, you twisting and doing all this stuff. And sometimes the top part of your body's going this way and the bottom part of your body's going that way. Not like some little magic trick or something. I'm just saying, if you do Zumba, you know what I'm talking about. And, one of my friends, she didn't have to put Zumba down because Zumba, she has knee problems, and she had been kind of modifying it. Now, the knee swole up. She had to get the knee tapped for fluid. That's what we call it. And then, her Zumba days are over. She didn't have to go to the water, y'all. And I'm not talking about baptism. Excuse me for coughing. She had to go to the water for water aerobics because Zumba is no longer an option. And so at this point, in comes problem solving, because I can't always go in there and throw Pierre out of the den. And, and it's a workaround for everything. That's another one of them catchphrases. What is our workaround? I got a workaround for you. Twist and turn in sneakers. Dance on carpeted floors. Yes, y'all. Okay? This is what the little product looks like. This thing right here. I bought these things off Amazon for $10. You can see that right there. And the reason why the package is empty is because it's on the shoe. I took one off to show you. Here's what it looks like. And what it reminds me of is, I had a little flashback to when we was kids. And we used to go, you know, you go looking for Easter shoes and stuff. And I always had a bad fit. My experience was never like Bubbies and Sissies, because I had a little fat foot. Looked just like a little platoon. Little floating boat. This little fat foot. That's what I had, y'all. And I know, God bless my mother. I'm telling you, God, thank you. That's what I'm going to say. Thank you for my mom. Because I have really made parenting a challenge for her. I'm not going to go off on that rabbit trail, but thanks, Mom. If you're looking at this, just thank you. That's all I'm going to say. Because, yeah. Anyway, back to this. What this reminded me of, though, reason I got off on that rabbit trail was because when we used to go and try on shoes, like for Easter, or trying on shoes in general, they used to have these little old stockinette things to keep you from putting your little nasty foot over into a clean shoe, or to keep you from picking up something for some person that broke the rule and went in there and just put their little cranked up foot off into the shoe. Okay? So we were real good about either taking our own socks, or either taking the fresh ones out of the box. And when I got grown, I seen, never mind. Anyway, this is the dance sock. This is the purple one. That was the only color that I saw on there, and I wasn't really concerned about matching and doing all that. I was trying to get something to help me so my knees would continue to be knees and not be hurting, and that I would be able to Zumba on the carpet. Now the way, let me see if I can get my tennis shoe. I did. This is it on the tennis shoe, okay? And it just is stretchy and all of that razzle dazzle. You see, you know, it's not real thick. It was somebody on there that said that they had like a size 13 foot or something, and it fit perfectly over their shoes because the thing is stretchy. The bottom of it is heavier than the top of it. And your number one question to me is, okay, forget about the workmanship, but I'm not going to forget about it, because you don't want to be buying something and then you get in there and you give somebody $10 and then something don't work. But it does work, y'all. And the workmanship is good enough to where I've zoomed in this thing and you see the bottom of it really looks like this, because you're on carpet. So I imagine that if yours is coming up looking grody, you might want to pull out the rainbow cleaner or whatever it is you vacuuming with and vacuum. I didn't need to say that, but I said it anyway. Sorry. Just saying. But anyway, this is what it looks like. This is the little package that it came in. It says one size fits all for carpeted floors, reduces stress on ankles and knees. It's 90% nylon and 10% spandex. And you can hand wash it in cold and then drip them dry. If they get dirty, that's what you do. But this is very good. I mean, this was a good investment as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Now I'm opening up this little package so you can see, because when the shipper was good. Like I said, I got it off of Amazon, and it has a little directions on it. And it tells you pretty much how to put them on and all this stuff. And these folks didn't pay me for this. I ordered these things and paid for this with my own money. But for anybody else that's out there that's trying to, wanting to do your Zumba, and you got the Zumba or twist or any other kind of exercise, I'm just saying Zumba because that's why I got them for. But if it's anything else that you're doing that, you know, prevents you from being able to fully do it, and you're afraid you're going to strain your knees or start getting sore knees like I was doing, this might be the answer for you. There was something else I want to tell you about. Clearly, you must remember, don't go in there on that wood floor with these things on, as you're going to be on your hindquarters. Because where they made for carpet, they not made for slick. And, they just not. Just take my word for it. I didn't fall in them. But, you know, I'm going to go in there and test it and see what's going on in there on the slick part with these on. Don't do that. Just take my word for it. Okay? Don't buy the lesson. Just take the lesson. That's all I got, y'all. I just want to let y'all know I'm back with this.